Look, let me tell you something real. The most powerful thing you'll ever see in this life is a woman who don't need no crowd, no clique, no fake love around her, and she still shine. When she learned to move without validation, that's when she become unstoppable. Because what can you take from somebody who built their strength in silence? Nothing. People spend their whole life chasing validation. They want the claps, the likes, the approval of people who don't even know themselves. They shape their moves based on opinions that don't even matter. But the truth is, the moment you break free from that cycle and learn to stand on your own without needing nobody's stamp, that's the moment you unlock real power. Independence over validation, that's the code. See, when you stop chasing acceptance, you start chasing purpose. You stop asking, do they like me? Do they believe in me? And you start asking, do I like me? Do I believe in me? And that's the shift that separates the average from the great, because the world will always have something to say. No matter how good you're doing, no matter how clean your intentions, there will always be people ready to doubt, criticize, or downplay what you're building. If your foundation is built on their validation, you're going to crumble the first time the noise get loud. But if your foundation is built on independence, you're going to stand tall even in the storm. A lot of people don't understand what independence really means. It don't just mean making money on your own or living by yourself. It means thinking for yourself, moving with your own vision, and being solid enough to know your worth without somebody reminding you. Independence is freedom from the chains of opinion. It's that inner confidence that say, I'm good whether you clap for me or not. I'm good whether you see me or not. I'm good because I know who I am. And validation feels good, no doubt. We humans, so love, support, recognition, it all hit the heart. But depending on it, that's dangerous. Because the moment it disappears, you left empty. That's why you got to build your self-worth like a bank account nobody else can touch. Stack it up with discipline, with wins, with lessons, with self-respect. Then no matter what the outside world say, you're already rich inside. Look at the ones who thrive, the ones who really make an impact. They ain't out here begging to be seen. They're not bending their identity to fit in rooms that don't respect them. They're not begging for likes or chasing fake applause. They locked in on the mission. They know where they're going, and they don't need a crowd to validate the rate. That's why they can't be stopped. Because when you operate with independence, you're no longer performing for approval, you're living for purpose. And the crazy part, the moment you stop chasing validation, that's when you get the most of it. People start respecting you when they realize you don't need them to. They start following you when they see you ain't following them. You become a leader without even trying, simply because you chose yourself over acceptance. That's the irony. By not needing the crowd, you build a presence the crowd can't ignore. But let's keep it real, it's not easy. Walking in independence means you're going to have moments of isolation, you're going to feel misunderstood. People will talk, they'll say you arrogant, they'll say you too independent, they'll say you think you better. But that's just noise. The truth is, they scared of what it looked like to not be addicted to approval. Scared of the type of freedom that comes from standing alone. Don't let their fear dim your power. Choosing independence over validation don't mean you push everybody away. It don't mean you close your heart to love, support, or community. It just means you never let it control you. It's the difference between appreciating a compliment and needing one to feel whole. One makes you grounded, the other makes you a prisoner. And you too valuable to live like a prisoner to opinions. So remember this, your life is your canvas, your story is your script. Don't let nobody else hold the pen. Write it how you want, paint it how you see it, and let the world catch up later. Because when you live with independence over validation, you're not just surviving, you're thriving. You're not just existing, you're leading. And that kind of life, that's legacy. That's the code. Stand on it. Strength ain't something you can borrow. It ain't something somebody can hand you. Real strength, the kind that lasts, is self-made. It's built in silence and pain. In nights you cry alone. In mornings you wake up and push through anyway. It's crafted when nobody claps, nobody notices, and nobody believes, but you still move. That's the type of strength that don't crack when life apply pressure. Self-made strength ain't about looking tough. It's about being unbreakable. It's about carrying scars that nobody sees, but, are there, and using them as reminders of what you survived. Anybody can look strong when times are easy, but it's in the storm where the truth shows. That's when you learn what you really made of. And the ones who build their strength on their own, they different. They not depending on pity. They not waiting for somebody to save them. They teach themselves to swim when they drowning. They find a way. See, when you self-made, you don't need no one to push you. You already pushing yourself. You don't need no one to remind you what you're capable of. You already know. You don't wait for somebody to give you a chance. You create one. That's what separates you, because a lot of people out here can only stand if somebody holding them up. The moment that support disappears, they collapse. But when you build yourself from the ground, when you get it out the mud, nobody can take that from you. And let's be real, building self-made strength is lonely. It means choosing discipline over comfort. It means saying no to shortcuts, saying no to being rescued, saying no to the easy way out. It's late nights grinding when everybody else sleeps. It's pushing through doubts that echo in your own mind. It's hearing people say you can't and still doing it anyway. That process don't feel good, but the result is priceless. Because once you've proven to yourself that you can survive on your own strength, you start fearing life. You start fearing failure. You start fearing being left behind. You start moving with confidence, with clarity, with peace. That's a different type of power. People feel it when you walk in the room. You ain't gotta brag, you ain't gotta prove. Your energy already speaks. That's what self-made strength look like. It's quiet, but undeniable. The truth is, a lot of people avoid building that kind of strength because it's heavy. They want comfort, they want shortcuts, they want someone else to carry the weight. But every time you let someone else carry what you were meant to carry, you rob yourself of growth. Every time you run from the pain, you miss the lesson inside it. And the people who keep avoiding the struggle, they stay weak, they stay dependent, they stay waiting for saviors that never come. But when you take ownership, when you say, this is my life, my fight, my responsibility, you stop waiting and start creating. You stop depending and start building. That's self-made. And the reward is not just the success you build, but the person you become in the process. Strong, grounded, unshakable. Think about it. Money can be lost. People can leave. Situations can flip overnight. But strength stay with you. It don't matter if the world strip you of everything. If you self-made strong, you'll rebuild. You'll rise again. Because nobody can take what you built inside. That's why self-made strength is the realest wealth. And let me tell you this. It's not about being cold. It's not about rejecting help when it's pure. It's about knowing that even if that help ain't there, you still be good. It's about accepting love and support without being addicted to it. Because when you know your strength is yours, every blessing somebody add is extra, not survival. That's freedom. So if you're in the middle of the struggle, if you feel like life heavy and nobody got your back, don't fold. Don't quit. That moment right there is where you're building your strength. One day you're going to look back and realize those hard nights, those lonely battles, those silent tears, that's where your power came from. That's the fire that made you unstoppable. Self-made strength can't be faked. It can't be bought. It can't be borrowed. It can only be earned. And once you got it, you're untouchable. Stand on that. Focus is a weapon. Most people don't realize it because they're so used to living distracted. They wake up, grab their phone, scroll, get caught up in gossip, arguments, people business that don't matter, and then wonder why they're stuck in the same place. But the truth is simple. Distractions kill dreams. And when you cut them off, when you move with focus, there's no limit to what you can build. See, the world is loud on purpose. Everything designed to pull your attention away from your mission. Ads, drama, fake love, temptation, it's all noise. If you don't control it, it controls you. But when you train your mind to lock in, when you stop giving your energy to every little thing, that's when you step into your real potential. That's when you realize how much power you got. No distractions means clarity, and clarity means speed. When your energy ain't scattered everywhere, you move faster, you move sharper, you move with precision. People think success is about luck or being at the right place at the right time. But most of the time, success is about focus, about knowing where you're going, keeping your head down and not letting nothing pull you off track. Look around, how many people you know with talent, with vision, with skills, but they never get far because they too distracted. One day they locked in, next day they lost in drama. One week they grinding, next week they wasting time chasing validation. Distraction keep them stuck at the starting line while focused people running laps around them. No distractions, no limits, that's the formula. Because limits only exist when you divide your attention. When your energy split between too many things, you can't give your all to none of them. But when you pour everything into one lane, one mission, one purpose, you're unstoppable. Let me be real. It ain't easy. Cutting distractions mean you're gonna lose people. Some of the same ones you think you need, you're gonna realize the very reason you're not growing. Fake friends, toxic relationships, people who always want your time but never add value, they distractions. And once you remove them, you'll see how much lighter you feel, how much sharper your vision get. It ain't just people, it's habits, it's comfort zones. It's those hours you waste on things that don't build you. That's the hardest part, checking yourself, asking, am I moving closer to my vision or am I wasting time? Most people don't want that level of accountability. But if you want no limits, you gotta face it. You gotta cut out what don't serve you. When you learn to live with focus, doors start opening, opportunities show up. Not because they wasn't there before, but because now you can actually see them. Distraction blinds you, focus reveals. And once you see it, you can move on it. That's how you break ceilings people thought you never touch. People gonna call you distant. They gonna say you changed. They gonna complain you don't got time like before. But that's part of the process. You're not supposed to stay the same. Growth requires sacrifice. And the ones who really love you, they'll understand. The rest, they was distractions anyway. No distractions don't mean no joy. It don't mean you never laugh, never chill, never rest. It mean you're intentional. You know when to grind and when to recharge. You know who deserve your time and who don't. You control your focus instead of letting the world control it for you. That balance is what create limitless growth. Because here's the truth, limits ain't real. They illusions created by doubt, by fear, by wasted energy. Once you master focus, once you decide your time is too valuable to waste, those limits vanish. You start seeing that the only thing that can stop you is you. So if you're serious about your vision, cut the noise, protect your energy, lock in, build with tunnel vision. Because when there's no distractions, there's no limits. And when there's no limits, you're unstoppable. Stand on that. Your energy is everything. It's your currency, your weapon, your shield, your engine. And the sad part is most people give it away like it don't mean nothing. They let everybody plug in, drain them, distract them, use them, and then wonder why they feel empty, tired, and motivated. The truth is, if you don't protect your energy, you can't protect your future. Energy is sacred. It's what makes you wake up and keep moving when life heavy. It's what fuels your vision, keeps your spirit alive, and powers every move you make. That's why protecting it is non-negotiable. You can't expect to win big in life if you're letting everybody and everything tap into your power supply. Some people ain't supposed to have access to you. Some situations don't deserve your presence. Some conversations ain't worth your words. Every time you ignore that, you drain your own strength. Protecting your energy, start with recognizing what steals it. Look around your life. Every time you finish talking to somebody, how you feel. Do you feel lighter, stronger, more inspired, or do you feel drained, heavy, irritated? That's the test, because people will tell you they love you, they'll call you friend, they'll say they got your back, but if every time they're around, your spirit get tired, that ain't love, that's leeching. And it's not just people, it's habits. Scrolling too much, gossip, chasing things that don't matter, saying yes when your soul's screaming no, all that steal your energy. Protecting your energy is about discipline. It's about saying, I choose me first, not in a selfish way, but in a survival way. Because if your tank is empty, you can't pour into nothing. Not your work, not your relationships, not yourself. See, when you learn to guard your energy, you start moving different. You don't entertain every invite. You don't argue with people who already decided not to understand you. You don't explain yourself to the ones committed to misunderstanding you. You just protect your peace and keep pushing. Because the moment you realize how valuable your energy is, you stop wasting it on anything that don't bring growth. And people gonna notice the shift. Some gonna respect it, some gonna take it personal. They'll say you changed, they'll say you acting brand new. But understand, growth always looks like rejection to those who can't grow with you. Don't apologize for protecting your spirit. Don't apologize for choosing peace over chaos. The ones meant for you will understand. The rest wasn't for you anyway. Energy protection also means being careful where you place your focus. What you feed your mind, you feed your spirit. If you constantly filling yourself with negativity, drama, doubt, then your energy gonna reflect that. But if you feed yourself with vision, with discipline, with positivity, then your energy gonna shine in every room you step in. Protecting your energy ain't just about blocking out the bad. It's also about building up the good. The strongest people you'll ever meet, that don't let everybody sit at their table. Not because they're arrogant, but because they know not everybody come to eat, some come to steal. Not everybody clap to celebrate, some clap to measure how close they can get. Protecting your energy is understanding that and still keeping your heart pure, but your boundaries solid. This is what makes you powerful. Because once your energy is protected, your focus gets sharper, your vision gets clearer, your spirit feels lighter. And in that state, you're unstoppable. Nobody can manipulate you. Nobody can drain you. Nobody can control you. You decide where your energy goes, and in return, you decide where your life goes. So hear this. Stop giving access to people who don't deserve it. Stop giving time to situations that don't grow you. Stop explaining yourself to folks who not even listening. Protect your energy like your life depend on it, because it do. That's the difference between surviving and thriving. That's the difference between burnout and breakthrough. Your energy is your power. Guard it, feed it, protect it. And once you master that, there's no limit to what you can build. Stand on that. Most people are scared of being alone. They think being by themselves means being lonely. They think if they don't got a crowd around them, they're missing something. But the reality is, the ones who learn how to thrive alone end up leading the many. Because when you can build by yourself, when you can push through the silence and grow without applause, you become somebody people naturally follow. Alone is where the real work get done. Alone is where you hear your thoughts clear, where you face yourself without distraction, where you strip away the noise and see who you really are. Most folks can't handle that. They need constant company, constant validation, constant noise, just to avoid facing themselves. But a person who thrives in solitude, that's somebody who already ahead of the pack. Thriving alone don't mean you're antisocial. It don't mean you cold or you don't care about people. It means you not dependent. It means you can function, grow, and elevate without needing somebody to carry you. That kind of strength, that's magnetic. People respect it. They see the discipline. They see the peace. They see the results. And they want to be around it. That's how leaders are born. Not because they beg to lead, but because they master themselves first. Look, anybody can shine when they're surrounded by a team cheering for them. But can you shine when nobody watching? Can you build when nobody believes? Can you wake up and put in the work when nobody clapping for you? That's the test. And if you can pass it, if you can keep moving alone, you build a foundation that can't be broken. And here's the beauty. When you learn how to thrive alone, you stop fearing loss. You stop fearing who walk away, who don't support, who don't understand, because you already proved to yourself that you can stand without them. That makes you dangerous in the best way. It makes you unshakable. And that energy, that's what inspires people. They look at you and think, if they can do it by themselves, what's stopping me? That's leadership. But let's keep it real. Thriving alone. Take courage. It's uncomfortable at first. The silence feel heavy. The isolation tests your mind. Doubt creep in. But that's where growth is. That's where you face your weaknesses, your habits, your truth. And once you master that space, once you turn that solitude into strength, you're unstoppable. Because if you can win alone, you can win anywhere. The world follow results. When you build something solid from nothing, people notice. When you stand tall without a crowd holding you up, people respect it. When you thrive in solitude, you set the standard for others. They start to see you as proof that they can rise too. That's how leading many happens. It ain't about forcing people to follow. It's about inspiring them by the way you live. And here's another truth. Not everybody can come with you. Thriving alone teaches you that. You realize some people don't got the discipline. Some people don't got the vision. Some people don't got the courage. If you depend on them, you'll stay stuck. But when you thrive alone, you move regardless. And because of that, the right people, the real ones, gravitate toward you. They see your strength, they see your clarity, and they align with it. Thriving alone is a blessing. It gives you freedom. It gives you peace. It teaches you that your happiness, your success, your future, it's not in somebody else's hands. It's in yours. And once you grasp that, you step into a different lane. You stop chasing and start attracting. You stop begging and start leading. So don't fear the seasons where it's just you. Don't run from the moments where the phone don't ring, the crowd disappeared, or the love feel absent. That's your training ground. That's where you're building the version of yourself that the world gonna respect later. Because the ones who can thrive alone, they become the ones others look up to. Remember this, thriving alone don't make you weaker. It make you stronger. It don't make you isolated. It make you powerful. It don't make you cold. It make you clear. And when you move like that, you naturally lead, because people don't follow the loudest voice. They follow the strongest example. Thriving alone, leading many. That's the formula. Stand on it.